We are live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports for You. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark. Nick Freeze is on the way. We're live on your TV screens, your mobile devices, laptops, desktops on YouTube and on X. What up, Sam?
Sam, what up with it, bro?
Make sure you subscribe to Sports for You podcast on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us on TikTok at Sports for You Podcast. Follow me at John Watkins 0984 on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow Mark on Instagram at Hi I'm Mark, Hi Mark 1 on X. Follow Nick on X, Instagram, and TikTok at 99 Gorilla. We're watching the end of the Boston Celtics championship reign after only one season, as they are now down 41 in Game 6 of the Eastern Semifinals, 92-51, and the Garden is going crazy. Jaylen Brown, the reigning Finals MVP, just fouled out in the third quarter. Did not get the help he needed from his supporting cast, and he went out there and he tried to play like a champion. It was just not enough to get. It was just not enough to get the Celtics to force a Game 7 Monday night back in Boston. So now we know now where it is going to be the New York Knicks advances to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years, as they will take on the Indiana Pacers, a rematch of their semifinal series last year. They went 7 games. Of course, we know the classic rivalry with the Knicks and Pacers throughout the years. And obviously now they won last year. I said in the semifinals. Obviously, Josh Hart was banged up. Oh, Jalen Brunson got injured. Terrell, what up with it?
Trell, what up?
Sam said, I wish our young Lakers had some more young talent like these playoff teams. And yeah, but how much younger can you get with Luka and Austin Reeves or Rui? None of them dudes is like not old. They're not. They're all in their mid to late 20s. It's pretty much the same thing with these guys. And probably OG Anunoby and Karl Anthony Towns probably the oldest ones out there, probably. But this is it. If you're just tuning in, Jalen Brunson's fouled out, 20 points.
Jalen Brunson.
Jaylen Brown. Jalen Brunson is dribbling the ball right now. Kristaps Porzingis didn't start the game, obviously, still whatever illness he's been dealing with. But the end of the Celtics championship era, and for the 7th straight year, we do not have back-to-back champions in the National Basketball Association. As the scores right now, 92-53. The Knicks are up by almost 40 points right now, and we still got another 12 minutes left. And the lineup that
everybody out.
Joe Mazzulla has out there is led by the 6th man of the year, Peyton Pritchard. Luke Cornett.
He's a good player.
And I can't tell you who the other 3 dudes. So Sam Hauser, number 30. And I can't tell you who the other 2 dudes are. Obviously, Drew Holiday, Derek White, they're on the bench, and I probably don't expect to see them back in the game because there's really no purpose.
Yeah, 7 for game 7.
Yeah. Of next season.
Just like D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah. Yeah. And what up, Bella? Yeah, the White House out already, Trail. Maybe you can just tell. Drew Holiday and Drew and Derek White didn't have the best of games. But yeah, they waving the White House.
Tibbs need to take out everybody from the Knicks.
I think fourth quarter.
No, he do it now.
No, I think.
Well, there's only 3 seconds left, so it's starting the fourth quarter. Don't bring none of these starters back out. Let everybody sit, man, because if something go bad, and there's unnecessary time. Oh shit, no.
But okay, but just jumped in to say, oh my, okay, well, oh yeah, shout out to Vanessa.
Where Nessa going?
I get family night.
What you said first?
She said family night.
Oh.
She said just jump in to say online. She said that's
I
a
think that's something else. All right, that's a
high and by the she said high and by the trail and Bella. That's when high and by.
Yeah. If they bring like say if they bring Brunson out and he come out and get hurt,
Yeah, I agree with you.
everybody gonna be looking at him like, well, why was he doing the game? Y'all up 40.
I think they're not playing them. I think they're done. I think you probably you're gonna see a lot of Deuce McBride and
Yeah, man.
and them other dudes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, man. Let these people get some playoff minutes, man. This game is a wrap.
You cannot believe that this. Look. I figured I had the Knicks winning. I thought it was gonna be a closer game because I just thought about the way you never underestimate the heart of a champion. But good God, I did not. You live by the three, you die by the three. And boy, did the Celtics die tonight. I mean, RIP to their season. And we'll definitely talk about what their future holds on Tuesday. But let's look ahead to we do have a game 7 going on in the Western Conference.
And they play Sunday, right?
Sunday afternoon, the Denver Nuggets, Oklahoma City Thunder, and OKC. But this breaking news broke earlier tonight. Not that. That is this. Scoring a
hamstring, huh?
Yeah.
He tweaked. I seen when he tweaked it during the game.
Sounds like Aaron Gordon is doubtful for Sunday's game 7 with that after being diagnosed with a hamstring strain. Fat Joe, take that crap off your head. He's wearing a freaking bonnet on his head. Wearing a freaking beret. What is that? I'm wearing a scarf on my head indoors.
They think it's fashion. They can do whatever they want to do.
Man, that ain't fashion. That is straight up. Let me shut up. But let's forget. But last night, the Nuggets pushed the series to a game 7. Golden opportunity that they missed by. What up, Chris? Missed by the Oklahoma City Thunder to close out the Thunder. Now we got a game 7 now again. Now they don't have Aaron Gordon. Obviously, Jamal Murray was dealing with some illness, but he went out there and played. They got a game from some guy named Julian Straddle.
Oh yeah, Julian Strother.
Whoever his name, yeah, him. But here's the line of Knicks. Look, you got 21 from Cat, 20 from OG Anunoby, 18 from Jalen Brunson, 14 for Mikal Bridges, 10 from Deuce McBride. Right now, they still got Cat's out. Now, let me be clear. The game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals does not start until Wednesday. I know everyone's thinking, is it going to start Monday since that was going to be scheduled for game 7? But no, they're going to start.
Why is he still in the game?
Well, I asked that about Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges, too. I didn't even. He just not. Sometimes you just don't trust yourself.
The white Doc Rivers be tripping, man. I mean, the black Doc Rivers be tripping.
That's good. I had my bad. Y'all feel I left over.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah. Who lived and died by the 3? The worst. Who lived and died by the 3 worst? Boston or Golden State? No, definitely Boston. Everybody's just trying to be Golden State. That's the problem. And we'll talk about Golden State in a minute because they got some questions they got to answer. We'll talk about them.
This just don't make no sense.
But yeah, but probably no Aaron Gordon.
But
Jalen Brunson makes a layup. Now the question I want to ask you, Mark.
Yeah, he should be on the bench, man. This is bad coaching. Oh, my bad.
You're going into a game 7 and you're OKC. what's the mind state? Knowing your home team, you got the reigning MVP, your versus your MVP. By the way, and we'll talk MVPs more and calling out names. I heard some dumb stuff today that I get tired of hearing every year when it comes to the MVP discussion. But that's for later. I think, like I said, like I said earlier, I think OKC blew the golden opportunity to close that series out in Denver, and now you giving Denver life. Now, granted, they're probably not going to have Aaron Gordon on Sunday.
That's a big loss.
But if you're OKC, what is your mind state going into this game? What up, boss lady?
Uh, Play our game, man, and don't let Denver control the tempo. Don't let them play at their pace. You make them speed up and play at our pace.
Well, Guy Frazier in the building.
Yeah, man, and we just have to make shots at the end of the day, man. If I'm OKC, that's what I'm telling like J Dub, man. Eric, we played well the other night. It just J, I don't want to put it all on him, but Jalen Williams he went what 3 for 16.
Yeah, he's not had a
that's not
a good series.
But I don't think that's gonna happen often like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, play is go start on defense. OKC whole thing all year has been defense, man. Defense. Getting hands on balls. Getting hands on balls. Finishing off possessions. The small things.
I'm gonna watch it after the show. I gotta
watch it.
Yo, SmackDown. Relax.
Relax,
dog. You good?
My bad. I was tripping.
Mark got the Thunder shades on, boss lady.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So and then play at your pace, man. That's the main thing is play at your pace, man. Put the pressure on Denver.
So now and then from the Denver perspective,
I love it. We got them where we want them right now. Denver playing with house money.
Pretty much,
Denver playing with house money, and we get like you just said about Boston. They got the heart of a champion, man. And they seasoned. They've been here before. They not gonna feel no pressure. OKC is good. That's what I'm telling my team. If I'm Denver, hey, they can come down feeling all the pressure. We don't feel no pressure. They'll come out playing tight. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna run his offense through Jokic. If Aaron Gordon don't play, we gonna need Westbrook to be Westbrook. You know what I'm saying?
Wear my shades? No, they ain't do it. I don't wear shades, and that's Mark's thing. I don't. My shades are on my dresser though. All right, they're playing. They're just playing right now.
Yeah. So, but I got OKC pulling this out though.
I do too. Oh, I got them winning. All right, that's it.
That's it. He got triple double now.
That's it. That's game. No, that's it. I mean, it's being game, but I'm like, all right, take him out now. Russell Wilson in the building. Take him out. I didn't take him out.
You want to take Russell Wilson out?
No, take out the starters.
Oh,
it's done. By the time we get back from commercial, I better not see Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, or Josh Hart.
Yo, my God, Celtics are cooked.
Yeah, Cody, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
It's a fact.
You ain't gonna hear no sympathy from me when it comes to the Celtics. So yeah, they're done. But let's talk about the team. The team that one of these teams is going to face in the next round. Triple double. Y'all talking about? Nah, points, rebounds, and assists, boss lady. Mark said, Mark.
What I did.
Don't worry, boss lady. Just sit. Just watch. You.
Was it cold?
Yo, you good? You all right?
Nick not here. Somebody got to speak up for Nick.
No, we ain't talking triple cheeseburgers. We're talking triple doubles as in stats. But whoever wins out of OKC and Denver gonna have to face this guy. Ant Thanos. What are you talking about? Ain't nobody somebody sit. Well, relax, Trell. Relax. Sit back and relax and she'll enjoy Sports4U. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Sports4U. That's all I said. But Ant Thanos over here, connecting. My man Jermaine was saying, you made Bop. What you made? Oh, you made burgers. Oh, for sure. We had fish. But Ant Edwards is collecting legends like Infinity Stones. So Draymond Green, LeBron James, Luka Doncic.
Why Draymond Green up there?
Hey, yo! That's funny. The Timberwolves went in there and just took care of business on Wednesday, taking out Sam. Good luck, Sam. Um, taking out the Golden State Warriors in in 5 games. Everyone's talking. We always used to say Lakers in 5, but it's really looking like it's Timberwolves in 5, right? And now they going to the Western Conference Finals for the second straight year. Oh, that was the first time they clinched They clinched the playoff series in Minnesota in 21 years since the '04 year when they went to the conference finals.
They had Steph and was Steph still on the team?
When
Marbury?
No, that was the KG,
KG.
MVP team. That was KG, Spree.
Spreewell. Okay, yeah. All right.
This is Sam. This is Sam, boss lady. Our boy Sam C. That's the boy Sam. Sam, boss lady Sam. Now, yeah,
Let's go.
I'm just saying.
Whether Anthony ever likes it or not, he's a new face of the NBA.
He's playing y'all, man. Y'all really didn't think he was buying. Y'all really think he really didn't want to be the face of the NBA? Come on, fam. He knows that. He knows that. He knows what he was doing. Clearly, he was playing y'all like fiddles. But yeah,
Is that Charlie Villanueva?
nah, that's another dude. Oh, you good?
My bad. I thought it was Charlie Villanueva.
That's crazy. And obviously, they're replaying, of course, the unfortunate injury that happened Monday night. Jason Tatum tearing his Achilles. By the way, Jason Tatum is still in New York.
That's where he had a surgery at.
Yeah, so that's why he ended up seeing the team last night at the team hotel. But yeah, the Wolves are looking good, man. Julius Randle had a good series. And that's why it is real important for the New York Knicks to make some noise. Because Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo have been making noise for the Timberwolves all series long now.
And so, this Knicks team is getting further than they did last year. So salute to them.
First Eastern Conference Finals appearance since 2000 when they lost to the Pacers.
Allen
Houston, Larry Johnson. Eric Johnson, obviously Charlie Ward and the crew. Yeah. They need Captain COVID the ball to get them to the. They need Captain COVID the ball if they're gonna get to the final. Who's Cap? Yo, Trell. You all right, man? That's crazy, Trell.
Captain COVID is hilarious.
Captain COVID is wild. Y'all don't know who Trell is referring to. He's referring to Rudy Gobert. That is crazy. Call him Captain COVID. But yeah, the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors. But first of all, let's talk about Ant Edwards, man. I'm impressed by what this brother's been doing. Like I said, I'm impressed with Julius Randle, but Ant-Man has been the reason why this team is going where they're going, and they gotta get where they get if they're trying to bring home the Larry O.B. back to the Twin Cities. So shout out to him. But we gotta talk about the team they defeated. And we gonna get into NFL schedule, man. We got some other NFL stuff, the NBA stuff to talk about. But I gotta talk about the Warriors. We gotta talk about the two teams who were eliminated while we were during out this week. Let's start off with the Warriors. Season is a wrap. This is how their outlook looks. They're projected to have $171 million in salary, just below the tax threshold. Jonathan Kuminga is a restricted free agent. Obviously, Gary Payton, Kevon Looney, among notable free agents. They got $14 million in the non-tax mid-level, the biannual exception, a couple of trade exceptions, second round pick. But obviously, what the heck happened to Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler did what Jimmy Butler do, man. I know we seen him with the Miami Heat, especially in the bubble year. He kind of carried that team to the finals, and so now people expect Jimmy Butler to do that every time he gets into the playoffs. Um, he's not always been the most consistent player.
Too much nail polish.
It's just a lot of times he had other great players around him. Like if Steph was there, that team looks completely different, man. I just don't think at this point in career, Jimmy, the person that you can depend on to win. If you're the number one option,
He was not going to be the number one option, and I think that's where I think a lot of people got fooled. But
look who's still out there: Anobi, Carl Towns, Mikal Bridges. Like he just wants something bad to happen.
Or the bench players are just that ass.
But you up 87. It don't matter. Yeah. Trust said he getting older outside of.
Well, he's been old, but yeah, now they got him for 2 more years. Um, I know there's a lot of talk about should they make a run at Giannis, but you realize in order to get Giannis, you're going to have to trade Jimmy Butler, and I don't know if Milwaukee's going to want. They can find better deals for Giannis than Jimmy Butler, and that's no disrespect to Jimmy Butler. Just
Is that gonna be Baby Davis?
no, he in jail.
Oh,
No, it's in a work release program.
I don't know. We seen nigga on the Lakers wear ankle monitor on the game.
Well, that's true. Well, that's how. Well, now they work release. That's house arrest.
Same shit.
There's Rick Brunson. Jalen Brunson's pops was an assistant on the Knicks bench. Um, unless Thibodeau trying to cover a spread or something.
Nah, he hopes somebody get hurt, man.
I don't even know who dude is.
All right, man. Come on.
All right, but what do the Warriors? What obviously no Steph. Playoffs obviously played a big difference, and we now welcome on to the show.
Kuminga is gonna be gone.
The great Nick Freeze. Nick, what up?
What up, y'all?
We're talking about
Nick. What up with it, dog?
We're talking
Yes,
about
sir.
We're talking about the Warriors. Here's how their outlook looks. Obviously, the biggest question is what's going to happen with Jonathan Kuminga. He's a restricted free agent. They already got 171 in salaries projected going into next season. So and they're just 16 million under the tax threshold, and then they'll be creeping up to that first apron. Everyone knows when to get in that second apron, but they don't really got much to work with. I know everyone's talking about trying to them putting in a call for Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have enough to get him. Obviously, unless Giannis just really wants to go to Golden State, and he'll force his way there. But I don't think they have a enticing offer that will make Milwaukee want to say we're trading him there. We're gonna trade him there just do that just because he wants to go there.
True that.
True that. Yeah, I agree with that. Golden State don't have enough of that, man. Golden State got to build with the team what they have now. They don't have a bad team. The defense, they need a backup point guard. That's what they do need. And they need a consistent third. I'm pretty sure you can find some. You can find that in the free agency. John. John watching this game like it's still good.
No, I'm trying to because I see Richard at 3, and I'm like, why is he still there? But that's another conversation. I was gonna say this. They do need a backup point guard. They got a second round pick. They're probably going to use maybe use that taxpayer exception and probably find one for maybe about 5 or 6 million if possible. And Nick just left the show. Obviously, there's really not much they can do outside of that because the roster is pretty much set as it is. They already signed Jimmy Butler to a 2-year extension, so there's not really much left for them to do. But hopefully let Steph get healthy and see if they can try to make a run one last time to get him a ring. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I don't think so neither.
All right, Nick is back. Bella said Nick went on intermission. That's funny. Um,
You went her what?
said intermission. All right, boss lady. I check you on Sunday. By the way, Culture Class Network doing a show on mental health this Sunday, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on YouTube. Check it out as it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So check. I'll drop by. I'll be dropping by there. We'll be dropping by there to talk mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. So protect your mentals, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Shout out.
So now the standing ovation that all the towns is out. The garden was lit tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Garden was lit tonight. Let's start. I'm gonna go back to you, Nick, on something we were just talking about.
No, we gotta go back to Nick from Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you want to start there?
Yep.
Let's start there. All right, we want to go. Which way we want to go? Hype, what up with it?
Nick, on Tuesday, dog, we talked about the shooting guards documentary. You wasn't here, so we want to give you the floor to give your thoughts on it.
First and foremost, it was a hell of a documentary. It was very good. It ended up in the long run being a sad story at the end of the day. But it showed, for the people who be online that be saying like all the wild stuff about Gilbert Arenas and sorry basketball. I think it's one of those things where you get an in-depth look of showing how good he used to be. And how much he meant for the city of good old DC, and what he did for that Wizards franchise. So, but it also shows you the other side that makes you be like, okay, yeah, this dude, this is not just how he is for the show. This is how he always is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a goofball. He plays too much. That's what he does. And it also showed, the upbringing of Javars and everything from his side. He had a little different upbringing, and he worked his way up through college. He did his thing up over, got drafted, and it showed, the process. And that's another thing for people to realize too. Who was that? I think it was Gil was talking about that. He brought up how Patrick Beverly used to average 40 in high school. And he got to the NBA, was a defensive star. He said not everybody could score in the league. You got to figure out your niche. And I think that's something that he probably had to go through, at least with the Lakers. But he was also drafted by the Lakers. So, how Phil is when it comes to rookies. You don't really get no burn like that. But it was also difficult for him to get burned on a team that was that good.
I talked about it on Tuesday, Nick. How many first round picks don't suit up for their NBA debut?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That was crazy. That's enough to make somebody be like, damn, maybe he found his niche up over there when he finally got to Washington. And the situation got to where it was at. The crazy thing is how, it shows you how much the media really just put a bunch of bullshit together instead of just, what the real story actually was. Just hearing that it wasn't about that. Nobody shot the gun off. The gun went off and hit the ground. It was a freak accident. It was lucky nobody got hit. But, even with him going to jail and everything, I don't want to get too many spoilers out. And, I don't agree with the process of how of the amount of time that he went through for what he did, but it is what it is. I think that's one of those things where it's good to know people.
Yeah, we talked about it. For those, and to elaborate what Nick was talking about, Javaris Crittenden was sentenced to 23 years for aggravated manslaughter, possession of a weapon, for the killing of a young lady named Julian Jones, who was the young lady who was shot when Javaris Creighton was going out trying to extract revenge for the guys who robbed him. Javaris Creighton was sentenced back in 2013, and did 10, but 2023, he was released after 10 years. Come to find out, there was a deal made where if he just kept his nose clean, did house arrest, did community service, blah blah blah, he'd be out in a decade. Well, we found out how that came about. So the lead detective tells the story how he's never seen this in any case he's been investigating. Paul Howard is the name. For those who know Paul Howard he's the district attorney for Fulton County, Georgia at the time. Come to find out, Paul Howard is also Dwight Howard's uncle. And Dwight Howard and Javaris Creighton were high school teammates. So this was the same man who was leading the DA when Javaris got prosecuted, and ended up being the same guy to get him a deal to get him out early 13 years before sentencing, before he served his entire sentence. The sad part of what it was, like me and Mark talked about it on Tuesday, the family of the victim was left out the loop about this. And usually when stuff like this, where ex-cons are probably going to be up for early parole, the family usually is given a heads up. They were not given a heads up at all.
Mm-hmm. That's just weak.
Back to you, Nick.
But yeah, I'm not. That shit was weak though. That part in particular. But overall, the documentary was good. And it also just shows you don't believe everything the media puts out there.
Pretty much.
And don't trust these sources like the one Stephen A. Smith had. All right, I'm out here.
Nope. What is wrong with this dude, man?
What else did we talk about on Tuesday that we said was a
we gotta talk. Oh, all right. You ain't gotta tell me twice because we gotta talk baseball. It's rivalry weekend in baseball, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a story in baseball that we have for calling out names. And Nick, I gotta get your thoughts.
Yeah.
Me and Mark we let it be known how we felt. So it's only you got to give your piece on this story about that broke on Tuesday. We talked about in our group chat, and that is the late Pete Rose, who we just lost last September, has been reinstated in Major League Baseball posthumously, along with Shoeless Joe Jackson and other deceased players, which now makes Pete Rose eligible for the Baseball Hall of Fame. Nick, when you saw this story, your reaction was what?
The MLB is weak. I'm sorry. It makes no sense for stuff like that to happen. And I said the same thing in football when when they put some of the football players in like super late, like guys that that should have been in the Hall of Fame. Like my boy Ken Stabler. Ken Stabler getting to the Hall of Fame after he died. Like he was one of the more polarizing football players during the 70s. Especially for the Raiders and the run they was doing. But even it just doesn't make no sense. Like look at like prime example. Now, God forbid something happened to Barry Bonds. And then the next thing you know, like MLB is like, oh, now Barry Bonds will make it. I'm like, if I was to say, all right, man, fuck y'all. Y'all can't have shit. That's a slap in the face. It's just ridiculous. The way baseball runs things sometimes it's just dumb. And this is one of those moments. Just like having nobody go into the Hall of Fame one year. All right, I'm out of here again.
Yo. Now, Nick's on the roll. That's 2 walk-offs. Yeah, but the Pete Rose story is just dumb. We all know Pete Rose. He's still the all-time hit king. He's still all-time in games played. But somehow he's not eligible for the Hall of Fame for something he did as a manager, not as a player.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to say about if he was If he was cheating the game as a player, that's a whole different conversation. He did this as a manager. And the honest part, he bet on his team to win.
Oh wait, he bet on his team?
Yes, he was betting on he was managing the Reds. He bet on them to win. He wasn't saving points.
Wait, he bet on his own team.
Yes.
Yeah, he might deserve to be suspended.
Well, that part, but as far as keeping him out of the Hall, we're keeping him out of Hall of Fame because of that. I mean, look, he wasn't a Hall of Fame manager. Yeah, Shoeless Joe Jackson passed away in 1980.
Joe, ain't that Michael?
Not that Joe, not Joseph.
Ain't that the only person who could be Mike in the verses?
Relax, relax. Yo, you good, man?
All right, I'll see how the show going.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is just wild. Do that.
Oh yeah, and the shades is on too, y'all. Okay.
Shoeless? He was shoeless?
Yo,
he had to get some grip when he was whipping that.
Something wrong with Mark, man. Mark, you all right, man?
Yeah, man, we good, man. Where'd Nick go, man?
Hey, Will, get your boy, dog. What's wrong with him, man?
Yeah, Nick tripping, dog.
Nick. All right, Nick tripping, huh? Okay. Yeah. I see. This is gonna be some wild. What's wrong with your boy right here, man?
I know that is I don't know why John's snitching on people.
That's hate too.
Am I? I mean, people got ears. People got ears, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, fella.
Oh.
He was refilling his cup. All right, what we talking about? Baseball? We done with baseball? I'm done with baseball.
Yeah.
Not having a GOAT in your sport is crazy. In the Hall of Fame is crazy.
By the way,
yeah.
Oh, there's Abdul Carter, of course, and Russell Wilson. They're at the game tonight. So now the Eastern Conference Finals is set. Knicks Pacers game 1 Wednesday.
Shout out to eat chocolate.
Yeah.
Just like candy. Oh, I'm sorry. I said it out loud. Flashbacks. This is the night. Some last time.
Wait, he's talking about flashbacks from. Never mind.
From eating chocolate. I don't know what this nigga got going on, man.
Yo, chill. Yo, chill.
Wait, who's
nope.
Wait,
nope.
No.
Nope, you're not doing that, Nick.
Wait, you kick Nick off the screen?
No, Nick kicked himself off
the
screen.
That's crazy, dog. All right, go ahead, man.
Let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, who made that sound? The Cleveland Cavaliers, number 1 seed in the East, and they're out the playoffs, losing in 5 games to the Indiana Pacers. Now
Donovan Mitchell team.
They're already over the second apron when it comes to projected salaries.
Well, duh.
And then Ty Jerome's a free agent, is probably their most notable.
P. Rose was the only player that stood up for black players back in the day during those dark times during segregation. I read about that.
That's why that was part of his him being banned because he used to help him.
All right,
Nick.
Yo,
you all right?
Hey, they was like, yeah, you can go ahead and cheat the game. We can't help the niggas out.
That's crazy. But by the way,
y'all playing against each other tonight, huh?
It's rivalry weekend. My Dodgers versus Knicks Angels, and Angels are right now up 2-0 at Dodger Stadium. Mark's Braves are playing the Boston Red Sox.
That's not a rivalry.
But isn't that the team Hank Aaron got home run?
Yeah.
But that's why.
No. Y'all should be going against the Mets.
Yep.
Well, the Mets are busy playing somebody else this weekend.
The Yankees.
Yeah, they got ganked around this game.
Return to the Bronx.
We could have played against the Phillies.
Yep. Who the Phillies playing?
They're playing Pittsburgh.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's not rivalry as in rivalry week, like rivalry. It's like local. I mean, there's no other team in Georgia. But y'all want to play the Marlins because y'all could cross the Florida-Georgia line. It'd be like Florida and Georgia. Yo, you good?
Raymond Hall.
That was some hate.
What?
That was some hate ball.
John, even if hey, John,
Dog, I can hear. That's not good either. Dude, wild over here, man. All
He's
right,
actually
man.
good here.
No, chill, Nick.
he said
Wait,
it's good here.
dog.
Yo, he said it's good here.
No, I did not say that. I already know Mark was on the other BS.
My nigga John get his
Good here. Crazy.
John get his only John.
Blame me, huh? Blame me, huh? Yeah, you the one that's saying all the wild stuff tonight. I ain't said it.
Hey,
I ain't said it.
good ears is
All right.
crazy.
I thought he was talking about Becky with the good hair. I saw this tweet the other day on Twitter, and it's from an account called Fast Break Hoop. I want to get your thoughts on this. This account tweeted who were the most influential NBA players ever, and he has Kobe, Steph, MJ, Bron. Mark Lamont Hill, who y'all now knows on the Joe Budden podcast,
Shout out to Mark Lamont Hill.
quote tweeted, "Why is Kobe ahead of Allen Iverson?"
Woo.
I've seen some people arguing like the argument shouldn't be about Kobe and AI, it should be about AI and Steph Curry.
No.
No. No, it shouldn't.
Hear about LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying no, the person that was tweeting was saying that Steph was more influential than LeBron. Like they want to debate who's more influential, Steph or AI.
That's not the argument though. The argument is who's more influential, LeBron or AI. That's where the question.
Well, AI is not even on the list, so I got to show you.
That's
that nigga should be.
He should be.
So who you taking off?
LeBron. Most
yes,
LeBron.
So you keeping Kobe, Steph, and MJ?
Yeah.
What you think, Nick?
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
I'm not mad at that either.
I get why Mark Lamont Hill said Kobe because we already have Jordan there.
I need some Philly.
Well, Kobe from Philly too.
That's why I said it. Mark Lamont Hill, I think, is from Philly as well.
Yes. But influential. We're not talking about better. We're just talking about influential, dog.
Mm-hmm.
What Allen Iverson did to the game of basketball, dog, was different. Different, man. On the court and off the court, dog.
For the argument, I said AI was more influential than Steph.
Steph is the reason why the game is fucked up now, so I can go.
That's why I said he was more influential.
I can go, but influence is both good and bad.
Well, I made the argument for the bad part, but I said my reason with AI was he brought the playground to the pro level. He brought the hip hop. That was the era. He brought the hip hop swag to basketball, the crossover, baggy shorts, cornrows, blah blah blah. And I'm just naming stuff but his influence as a cultural icon, I think, was bigger than Steph. Now, to your point with Steph, I think Steph influences on how the way the game is played, for better or worse. Mm-hmm. That was my argument when I saw this question approach.
What LeBron influence? Well, I can know what he did.
I think LeBron's influence is player empowerment.
Player empowerment.
And positionless basketball.
What you say, Nick?
Positionless basketball. That changed that. The positionless basketball helped in a way. It was like a first step towards the league transitioning to help with the 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Which helped lead right into what Curry and them did over there in Golden State. Because if it wasn't for the positionless basketball and people seeing that it was actually able to work, then Draymond Green wouldn't have got a chance that he did to do what he did.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, one of these four got to come off. So Iverson has to be on the Mount Rushmore of most influential players.
Mm-hmm.
That's no way that should be left off. Or you make I don't know. I'm not mad at you saying Steph, But I just think honestly, I think you can put AI over everybody possibly except for Jordan.
Wait, hold on. Hey, LeBron might have to stay. That nigga LeBron's keeping this nigga keeping podcasters, ESPN analysts, and all that with jobs.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that nigga ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
dog. Steve, if it wasn't no LeBron, Stephen A. Smith wouldn't got a hundred.
Hey, look, LeBron got social media, the chokehold. It don't matter what he do.
No, you can just tweet LeBron James. This shit about to go crazy.
That nigga every time.
No, you might be right. You might be right. Yeah, no, LeBron got stuck.
Yeah, that alone teach him what that is, nigga.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Dog.
Yeah, I don't know, dog. That is a good thing, but I don't know. I still think that AI need to be top 4. All right, I'm about to take stuff off.
Hey, nigga, you know how much niggas hate LeBron? Nigga, I seen online that nigga was like one of them Spurs teams. Oh, who was it? The first Spurs team wasn't that good because niggas be like, because he was all like LeBron fans always bring up how good that Spurs team was. The nigga was like, that Spurs team is overrated. I always hear that. I said, come on, bro.
What's Spurs team overrated? What's Spurs team overrated? You talking about the 07 Spurs team?
Yes. That nigga said that team was overrated.
Time out. You mean when they had Mondo and Tony Parker?
Time out.
Yes.
A team's overrated. Time out. A team's overrated, and that was their third championship in 8 years, in an 8-year span. 99.
Tony Parker was going crazy that series.
I take that back. That was their fourth championship in an 8-year span. 99, 03, 05, 07. They're overrated.
Yep. Nope.
3 championships three championships in 4 years. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
I don't care what that history is. You talking about that specific team?
Come on, man.
Manu, Tony Parker.
A team with 4 Hall of Famers. All right, man.
That team was crazy.
Duncan.
Wasn't Bruce Bowen still there?
Who? Bruce Bowen. Yep.
Oh yeah. Nah, we're not doing that. That's why I said, okay. I'm like, niggas is downplaying the teams that the nigga lose to try to hurt the nigga legacy. I'm like, God damn, this shit is crazy.
Get the F out of here. They're over it. All right, now. I see people just out here just saying dumb crap today. All right, let's move over to the
foosball.
Yeah. Shout out to Bobby Boucher.
He said Bobby Boucher?
The water boy.
The water boy Boucher? What the fuck are you? What just happened here? What just happened, dog? What are y'all doing here?
Something wrong with you, man.
No.
Something's really
what
wrong
are y'all doing here?
Something is really wrong with you.
What the fuck is happening
Something's
here?
really wrong with you.
All right.
Just like something's wrong with the San Francisco 49ers that they gave Brock Purdy $265 million. But I'm not surprised by that. Hola, como está usted? He's like, Brock Purdy.
What did you say? Never mind. Go ahead. I know what you said.
Well, they said,
the water boy?
Dog, you heard that? And he gonna say I'm the one over here tripping.
I said Bobby Boucher. I don't know what you talking about. Mom's got Q-tips in the bathroom if you need some, dog.
Wait, what? Your mom got Q-tip in the bathroom?
All right. Hey Nick, I holler at you when you out here, dog. I holler at you when you out here, man.
It's a virus.
It's a Christmas song.
I holler at you when you out here, dog. I think I'm leaving the show, man. See you next week, man. This
is crazy.
Wilding on a Friday. I knew it was gonna be all some crazy stuff tonight. But Brock Purdy agreed to a 5-year, $265 million extension with the San Francisco 49ers, making him one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. He gone from being Mr. Irrelevant to being paid like Mr. Elite. 181 in guarantees. And now he is one of the highest paid QBs, I stated, in the NFL. He's now one of the top 10 highest paid QBs in the National Football League. Obviously, here's the list right here. He is now in that mix of Dak Prescott is still the highest paid quarterback at $60 million. You got Joe Burrow, the reigning MVP, Josh Allen, and Jordan Love and Trevor Lawrence all at $55 million. Tua at 53.1. Then there's Brock Purdy at number 7, along with Jared Goff, both making $53 million. Lamar Jackson 52, Jalen Hurts 51. Mark, your reaction to Brock Purdy finally getting this back?
This was only go. It was only time. Time was only. I mean, it had to happen sooner or later. The 49ers wasn't gonna let him go.
Well, Christy.
I mean, I'm never not one to hate on anybody. So salute to him. Congratulations. Now we about to see what's gonna happen. When they put the offense all on his shoulders, man.
Yep.
Wheels. Nope. Go ahead, Nick. What you think about?
What you make of Brock Purdy's contract, dog? Before Lay get us canceled.
What I think is.
Wait.
Now, what you do?
Nope. Y'all just talk. Cause something just triggered me right now. I'm about to text both of y'all.
All right, go ahead. Continue, Nick. Continue, Nick.
So now it's like what Mark said. Now there's the expectations now. It's no more. Nobody want to hear, oh, Mr. Irrelevant and all that shit no more. All that shit is over with. When you get paid the big money and you're top 10, nah, all that shit don't matter no more.
Nope.
I don't care it don't matter if you're undrafted at that point. You're getting paid to win. So that means that he should be getting cut no slack, just like how everybody else get drugged through the mud and all that shit when they don't perform the way they're supposed to in the playoffs and all that other stuff. There's no shield on that no more.
Yep.
You gotta go ahead and deal with all that. When shit starts hitting the fan, you're the man now.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
So there's different responsibilities when that bag is attached to you, especially when you're a quarterback. Now there's certain things that are expected from you. There's no more, basically, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Basically, the shield, the little shield that you had beforehand, nah. The moment you signed that contract to get that bread, that shield done. Yeah, it's out of here. That shit don't matter no more.
That shield gone.
And that shield is gone. So nobody want to hear the excuses. We're going to judge you the same way we judge all these quarterbacks. People who talk shit about Jalen Hurts and all that. Hey, guess what? Brock Purdy, you don't perform the playoffs, you can get shit talked just like he do.
What up? 504 New Orleans Finest says Knicks OKC the finals. They got to get by Denver first. They got to get by Denver and Minnesota first, though. They got to get by Denver first.
Shit.
They got to get by Denver.
Aaron Gordon's not playing.
He's doubtful, and it sounds like he's not going to. Steph ain't played. If Steph hurt his hamstring and then play 4 games in a row, I doubt we see Aaron Gordon on Sunday. But my thoughts on Brock Purdy's contract is, we all knew it was happening. But now, like you guys said, no more Mr. Irrelevant talk. Oh, he was the last pick in the draft. He was making this amount. Now let's be clear. This contract kicks in next year. So now the 49ers, you really don't have that much room for error to build this roster. You already traded Debo to the Commanders. There's been talk about y'all shopping Brandon Ayuk, but who's going to take a receiver with a torn ACL right now, which would just be.
When is he coming back? He'd be ready for start.
They haven't said.
They
haven't said. But okay, like that sounds like a personal issue. But yeah, he has no.
He couldn't see it. He couldn't find it.
Hey, yo.
Oh shit.
Yo, that's wild.
Right off the other comment is wild. My bad, y'all. That was crazy.
So Brock Purdy now has you're getting big quarterback money. You got that's it. Oh, you ain't getting the documentary on Netflix.
I heard Dion.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Oh yeah, you get paid. That's a song you gotta play.
So yeah, he has no excuse now. He has to prove that he's a $50 million quarterback.
Who's that dude?
That's the dude we called up from the minors. He's good. He's pretty
He's
much
an A minor.
ultra utility guy. Say it again.
Nick, you gotta chill, dog.
What?
You gotta chill.
My bad, fam.
Something was
Was that the
wrong.
white boy?
Huh? No, I heard that. You gotta chill, man.
But yeah, but Brock Purdy is now a $50 million quarterback, and the 49ers.
That's salute. So congratulations to him, man. I hope he do well. I hope that contract end up being fruitful for the 49ers.
Yeah,
Except when they play against Buffalo.
yeah. As long as they're not playing the Broncos, I don't care about. All right, we're gonna get into this one story, then we're gonna get into the NFL
Wait,
schedule.
what happened to Caleb Williams?
Yeah, that's what we're about to get to right now. So y'all saw the story that broke yesterday.
I haven't seen nothing about. I just seen his name was going across.
Okay, so there's a story. Seth Wickersham from ESPN's got this new book about
Who?
Seth Wickersham.
I thought that was the kid from the movie. What was that movie? Autobots and them. Transformers.
Oh,
what was his name? Wiki or something like that?
I don't know, not him.
Oh,
but he has a book about the
the transform.
Y'all gotta chill.
Not bad.
Y'all gotta chill. But he's got a book coming out about the biography of a quarterback or something. What's wrong with y'all, man? Something's really wrong with y'all.
No joke. I can't say it here. I don't want to get this cancelled.
You know what I'm saying, man? But
I'm about to take y'all.
In this article, Seth Wickersham quotes a statement he got from Carl Williams, Caleb Williams' father.
Nick is out of pocket.
That happened before the draft. Now, come to find out, Caleb Williams did not want to be drafted by the Chicago Bears. And his father, Carl Williams, said, "This is where quarterbacks go to die." Yo, what's wrong with y'all? And then,
That's late.
So after this comes out that pretty much quarterbacks go to die. That's what from Carl Williams. Caleb Williams tells how he talks about he really wants to go to another team in the NFC North. That was the Minnesota Vikings. He said, I need to go to the Vikings, but GM Ryan Poles told him we're drafting you no matter what. Carl Williams, he pretty much tried to pull the Eli route. Now, I don't buy this crap about Caleb going to the UFL. They don't got enough money to pay Caleb Williams, so stop that crap. They'll go bankrupt. I don't care if The Rock owns the UFL. He will have to give him some of that WWE stock if you're gonna pay Caleb Williams. But some of that TKO money. Anyway.
Ain't that Marvin? I mean, ain't that 30 grand?
Yo, you aren't no. Oh my god, dude. What's wrong with you?
That wasn't the song?
No. TKO.
Transformers.
FC in the WWE, man.
Love TKO wasn't the song?
No, we're not talking about about that song.
Wait, ain't that Puff?
No.
Ain't Puff
Hey, we ain't saying that name. That name is not gonna be mentioned on this show. We ain't mentioned nothing about that guy who's currently on trial right now. Nope. We're not doing that.
No, sometimes you gotta put the logic together, man.
No. We're not going there.
Not the cake batter chair.
Nope. Y'all are insane.
Sorry, John, my bad.
Yeah, what is wrong with
my
y'all?
bad. Yeah. Carl Nassib. I mean, Carl Winslow.
Carl Williams, dude. You said Carl Nassib, not the dude from that used to play for the Raiders, man.
Yeah, him and Carl Winslow.
Hey, that's hate.
What's wrong with you?
All right.
Get your boy, dog. Your boy out here just wilding, man.
All right. I see what type of shit's going on today.
Yeah. With Mark, he over here just I don't know what.
Okay.
Boy. But anyway,
It must have been R&B played in the car.
Had to be.
All right, my bad, Joe. I do better.
Mark, you're a sick individual. I just want to let you know that.
Listen, man, I'm working on myself. I'm trying to do better.
But Nick, what was your thoughts on everything going on with Caleb Williams?
Love TKO. It's crazy.
And including the part that they try to see if they consulted even Archie Manning about trying to pull an Eli for Caleb Williams, but obviously Caleb was like, I'll go play for the Bears.
Here's my thing about the entire story. Why is this story out?
Because Seth Wickersham has a book coming out, and this didn't make the book. This is like one of the excerpts.
Then why are we talking about it?
Because Seth Wickersham wrote a story for ESPN.
Not why are we talking about it? Why is he talking about it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why is it being talked about right now? Like, this is like. Here's the thing. People already knew that there was friction between that situation before the draft anyways, or even while he was at USC. But obviously, the situation is over with at hand, and the last thing you want to do is try and revisit this situation with a brand new coaching staff and everything that's installed up over there. And it's just I don't get the whole purpose of it just being talked about because it's ridiculous. Because it's an old story being run back all over again, and now this basically just remixing everything. Oh, my sources said this because the blah 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 this, and it just so happens that this particular thing doesn't make the book. What the fuck else in the book they talk about?
My thing is, did Carl Williams not think that this wasn't going to resurface? Did Caleb not think this was going to be resurfaced? That's my question. There's no way he didn't think that this wasn't going to get brought up. That he wasn't going to mention this, even if it did or didn't make the book.
What I can say is if he would have went to Minnesota, that would have been crazy.
Oh my Lord, that would have been crazy.
That would have been wow.
I didn't. Maybe they tried to move. And there was no talk about Minnesota moving up. They just taking JJ McCarthy, so we don't know. But here's the deal. The Bears, and then you hear the story about with the Bears, how Caleb Williams didn't have coaches in there helping with film study. Like Shane Waldron and his staff, they would let him just watch film by himself.
So he was watching film.
But nobody was telling him what he was doing wrong.
How's that his fault?
I didn't say whose fault. Whose fault?
But that's a coach. It's like
that's what I'm talking about.
That's what the reason why the coaching staff got fired.
That's what I'm talking about.
Doing goofy shit like that.
That's what I'm talking about. This is why people were criticizing the Bears. You got coaches that's not showing not teaching your quarterback when he's making mistakes because you didn't want to coach him. You know what you should have done, Shea Waldron, if you didn't want to coach him? Say I quit.
No, he wouldn't get paid. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But have some ability stay being a punk. That's some punk stuff. That's straight some punk stuff. I don't want to coach him, so I'm gonna sabotage the team. Where are you at right now, Shane Waldron?
Sitting somewhere getting paid.
That's weak. But if a brother, let me shut up.
Oh.
Let me shut up. If a brother did some stuff like that,
Mark, check your message, dog.
What you say, Nick?
Check your message.
The Bears deserve all the bad karma that comes their way, and I want to see Ben Johnson succeed because he's a good coach. But don't bring that crap here. Fam.
True.
Stupid. But let's get to the NFL schedule. Let's get to the fun stuff. NFL schedule was officially released on Wednesday, so now we know who our teams are going to be playing, who's going to be playing on Sunday Night Football, who's going to be playing on Monday night, Thursday night, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So, Mark, you all right, man?
What the fuck?
I don't know what's wrong with this dude. All right. Let's look at the Christmas Day games. Something is really wrong with
you. Man.
Us.
I don't know what's up with y'all, man.
Us.
That was hate.
That was hate, John. Why you just point it out like that? That's crazy.
That was hate.
Nick, Mark, y'all both in it. Y'all weird, man.
Chris,
That wasn't me. I'm drinking my water. So Christmas Day, we got a doubleheader on Netflix like we did last year. By the way, all three of these games are divisional games. You got the Cowboys versus the Commanders,
Mm-hmm.
the Lions versus the Vikings on Netflix, and then Christmas night on Prime Video.
you said the Commanders is playing first?
Yes.
The Commanders?
What the heck is wrong with this dude, man?
Dog, I'm drinking my water, man. I don't know what y'all talking about.
What's really wrong with this dude right now? My Broncos plays the Chiefs on Christmas night. What's y'all think of the Christmas Day schedule?
That Detroit Minnesota game look like it's gonna be good. Dallas gonna be playing on Thanksgiving and they playing on Christmas.
Yeah, they're playing. We'll get to the Thanksgiving games, but yeah, they're playing on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, they always play on Thanksgiving, so I don't even have to look.
Well, it's kind of crazy because the team that they're playing is also playing on Christmas.
Well, I don't mind Kansas City playing on Christmas. They deserve
it. Yeah. Wow. Matter of fact, 3 teams playing on Thanksgiving are playing on Christmas.
Detroit,
Dallas, Detroit, Kansas City are all playing. Who are all playing on Thanksgiving are also playing on Christmas.
That's like,
Is it? I'm just saying.
Black Friday.
But where's the Black Friday? Well,
what?
Not that's on the Thanksgiving.
You said Platinum Friday?
No, I was looking for the Black Friday games, but that's on the.
Oh.
That's what the Thanksgiving. Yo, Nick, relax. Where do you want to go? All right, let's go over to Monday Night Football. Here's the schedule. Monday night. First Monday nighter of the year is the Vikings and the Bears. Then we got a doubleheader. We got the Buccaneers and the Texans. Hey, yo. And then Nick and the Chargers play in the second game.
Yeah.
I see my Broncos playing in a doubleheader. We're playing the Bengals. Actually, the weekend of the Monday after my birthday. So shout out. So that's the Monday night schedule.
We got the Falcons.
Yeah, I got the Falcons.
We only got one Monday night game.
By the way, I'm gonna give you
we got one. Falcons got 2 Monday night games. We got one.
Well, I'm gonna give you the breakdown in a minute of all the primetime games.
How the fuck they get that many?
Because of Michael Penis.
That is a wild statement.
Wait,
what is wrong?
No. Because I thought the same joke.
I'm not saying nothing, but this dude is a wild. This dude, something's wrong with this dude.
I thought the same joke. Marquis, chill.
Y'all some sick freaks. AC said the last Monday night is pointless, and it's my birthday, and it's on my birthday. Actually, it's not pointless because the Rams want to win because they own the Falcons' first round pick next year.
Are you going to the Broncos game, Jonathan?
Which one? Like you got
Chargers probably.
Oh yeah, week 3. Here are the international games. The Chiefs and the Chargers are playing in Brazil. How about the Vikings? They're going to play the first team to play consecutive weeks overseas. They play the Steelers in Dublin. Then they go to London to play the Browns. My Broncos play the Jets in London. Rams, Jaguars in London. Then we go over to November. Falcons and Colts in Berlin, Germany. Then Commanders and Dolphins in Madrid, Spain. Relax, Nick.
Hey, that's funny because R. Kelly wrote that song for Michael Jackson.
No. Something wrong with y'all, man. Something really wrong with y'all, man.
All right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, isn't it a junior?
Come on, man. How can we lose to these dang Angels? Nope, Nick. We're not doing that.
My fault.
All right. Here's some of the notable games.
Nick, you got a problem, dog.
Y'all both got
Yeah, I
problems.
got a
Me, I'm
problem.
chilling, man. Oh, best behavior.
Something is really wrong with y'all.
Wait,
All right, John, come on. Let's go to the
So here's some of the notable games that's gonna be on CBS. So these are probably the games you're gonna see Romo, Jim Nance on call. Week 1, they'll be on the call for Lions and the Packers. Week 4,
that ain't gonna be a snoozer.
you got the Ravens and the Chiefs. How about week 6? You got Bengals and the Packers. All these games will be on CBS, by the way. And streaming
Okay.
on Paramount. You got my Broncos hosting the Cowboys. We got the rematch of the AFC Championship between the Chiefs and Mark's Bills, week 9.
we've been at you 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
Nigga, nigga, y'all knew Peyton and what you call it, Peyton and Brady.
Yeah, y'all the new Brady Manning.
For sure.
Week 11, my Broncos play the Chiefs. We got Mark's Bills versus the Steelers, week 13. My Broncos again playing the Packers, week 15. And then week 16, we got Lions and
Broncos are showing up everywhere, dog.
We got 4 primetime games this year. Any of these
What?
outside, obviously the
Why the Packers keep showing up?
What?
Why the Packers keep showing up in all these goddamn games?
Everybody loves Lambeau Field.
I do want to go to Lambeau Field before.
Outside of Chiefs Buffalo, that's the obvious
Nick,
no-brainer. Any of these games, I mean, I'm biased, so Broncos Chiefs obviously will be the game that stick out to me. What was that?
Huh?
who's making that noise, man?
Low key, y'all game might be the one outside of what? Let me see. Nah, maybe y'all in Dallas.
I got and it's early too. KC and Baltimore. I think that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
I'm taking my teams out of it, but yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that one.
When is Toyota time?
I think it's harder.
What's Toyota time?
That when the Toyota truck's gonna sell.
Usually it's October or November.
So if it's October, that Green Bay and Cincinnati game will be good because Jordan Love always plays well during Toyota time. So I don't know what it is, but less National Cowboy games this year.
That's funny. That's
you know if they'd have judged Shador, they'd have had more primetime games.
We're not gonna do that. You know it's true.
All right, let's go. Let's check out the Fox. Let's check out the Fox games. Fox. Well, I don't F with their network either, but they do good NFL coverage. By the way, this will be the first season. Obviously, we know Jimmy Johnson as he's retired. Now it's Rob Gronkowski who's going to replace him on Fox NFL.
They should let Lawrence Taylor get high and come announce the games.
Nah, son.
They should let Snoop announce games.
I can see that happening too. Go ahead, John.
Snoop was hilarious.
Notable games Fox have for their America's Game of the Week. Obviously, week 2, the Super Bowl rematch, Eagles versus the Chiefs. Week 3, they got Cowboys, Bears. Week 5, we got Lions, Bengals. Week 7, we got Commanders, Cowboys. Cowboys. Week 10, you good? Lions, Commanders. Week 12, we got Cowboys, Eagles. Obviously, week 13, which is Thanksgiving, will be Packers and the Lions. How about this one? Week 14, Bengals and Marks Bills. Week 15,
Oh shit.
we got Lions Rams. Week 17, could be a possible Super Bowl matchup. The reigning champion Eagles versus Marks Bills, and then the final week of the season, Cowboys Giants. Obviously, there's a few games on here that stand out. Fox always seems to get some of the best games because they don't like letting up on some of those good NFC games. So
Yeah, that Kansas City Eagle game off top.
definitely there. Y'all versus the Eagles, and y'all versus the Bengals alone is going to be must see TV.
How the hell y'all don't have the toughest schedule?
Huh?
How is it that they don't have y'all as the toughest schedule?
Well, I'm gonna show you. I got the strength of schedule percentages too, but we'll find out why.
I know why.
Hey,
I know why. It's not hate. I understand why. And this is just being objective, not being a Bills fan. Yeah, but the Eagles, Bills, I think that Lions Commander game could be fun too. Could be a fun game to watch.
So here's the list of all the primetime games. I haven't even gotten to Sunday Night Football yet.
Where did Nick go? Oh, you're right there. Okay.
The Chiefs have the most primetime games with 7. You got 6 with the Eagles, and the Cowboys. Marks, Bills, the Falcons, the 49ers, Packers, Lions.
Falcons have
5 primetime games. Ravens, my Broncos, the Bears, the Bengals, Dolphins, Chargers, Steelers, Commanders, Rams, Vikings, Buccaneers all have 4.
Lane said, how many primetime games do the Raiders have?
It's right there on the screen, Lane. The Texans, the Patriots, the Seahawks, the Giants have 3. The Cardinals, Knicks, Raiders have 2, and then you have the Jaguars, Colts, Jets, and the Panthers each with 1. Only 3 teams did not get primetime games this year. The Browns, Trail Saints, and the team with the worst record last year, the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Any problem with this number with some of these teams? For some of these games?
Yeah, I don't. They should have gave the Falcons 2 primetime games, and then gave Cleveland 1, the Saints 1, and maybe not the Saints, and the Titans 1.
To be honest with you, yeah, I would take. I don't know why the Falcons have so many primetime games. I've watched their games last year. Like I don't know. Maybe they expect Mike to have a big jump this year.
Yeah,
but outside of that, I don't see the reason why they should have that many primetime games. I think that you should. I don't know. I have to look at every those 3 team schedules because I understand why they didn't give them a primetime game, but I think that the number 1 overall pick should have had at least 1.
At least 1, yep.
Even if it was against a team that's going even if it's a team that whooped his ass or something, like it doesn't matter. The whole thing is for y'all to. This guy's supposed to be the number 1. He's a quarterback at that number 1 overall pick. He's supposed to be a generational talent. So why not? Not everybody can watch the Titans game. So give him the opportunity so he can get some type of look.
Yeah,
justify why he was number 1. Even if they lose, justify why he was number 1 overall. So people be like, okay, we don't watch Titans games, but we know for a fact this motherfucker right here, he's nice.
We get the first crack at Cam Ward. That they come to Mile High week 1. So
you know what game probably should have been? What game probably should have been primetime game?
What's that?
December 7th, Titans and Browns.
Jesus Christ. Here are the Sunday night games. Speaking of primetime,
Hold on, John. Don't be surprised if that happens. They move games around a lot.
Well, yeah.
Don't be surprised.
The flex schedule, kicks in week 11, I think, after the trade deadline. So
you said the
first. Take it on a week of flex.
No, they flex in games. Relax. Pause. Yo,
Ain't that what's going on in that trial?
yo, chill. Let's look at Sunday night. Mark,
4 days straight is crazy.
obviously the kickoff game is Cowboys Eagles on that Thursday, but the first Sunday night of the season, Mark's Bills hosting the Ravens. We all remember how that ended last year, which y'all beating them in the playoffs, and Mark Andrews dropping the 2-point conversion. And the Dodgers just scored. By the way, the Angels are up 4-1 right now.
Let's fucking go.
Week 2, Falcons Vikings. So get JJ McCarthy's first look at prime time.
Or Aaron Rodgers.
I think they know he's going to the Steelers. You know who the
He's going to the
Steelers got?
Steelers.
Who?
They got the Jets.
Oh yeah, he can go sign with Vikings and demand a trade to the. I mean, he can sign with there and demand a trade to the Vikings.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs and the Giants week 3.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Was that Eeyore?
I don't know. You got
Wait. Did you say Eeyore?
you watch Winnie the Pooh or something, dude? What's wrong with you? All right.
Who Winnie the Pooh?
This is wild. Cowboys, Packers. Week 5, mark your Bills host the Patriots. Week 6, Lions, Chiefs. Week 7, Niners, Falcons. Week 8, Packers, Steelers. Week 9, Seahawks, Commanders. Week 10, Steelers, Chargers. Week 11, Lions and the Eagles. Week 12, Bucks and the Rams. Week 13, Broncos and the Commanders. Week 14, Texans and the Chiefs. Week 15, Vikings and the Cowboys. Week 16, Bengals, Lions. Week 17, Bears, 49ers. And of course, week 18 is all to be determined by how the standings look near the end of the season.
Titties.
TV to be determined.
Oh,
yo, you good? Obviously, first Sunday night game, they coming out the gate with a banger with y'all versus the Ravens. Obviously, that playoff game was dope last year, and we saw how it ended with Mark Andrews dropping that 2-point conversion. But
yeah, this is I mean, as of right now, this is they got some pretty good games on here. Let's get to the schedule though. What games y'all looking forward to? I haven't even seen the Bill schedule. This is crazy.
well, I looked at our schedule.
Before we get into
Texans, we got a game with the Texans I might be looking forward to.
going?
Probably. I've been summoned to Texas.
Excuse me?
Texas is
Never mind.
Say it again. We get it.
all right. By the way, Andy Pius been killing him. Let's get to Thursday night games on Prime Video. And, before we get there, where's that? Here's the strength of schedule. So here's how you good? And these are based off the opponents from last year. So according to the strength of schedule, the Giants have the toughest schedule. Our opponents had a 57% winning percentage. Then it's the Bears, then it's the Lions, then Eagles, Cowboys.
I'm gonna have to look at this. We can just see.
You see who's here.
Yeah.
But here's how the easiest schedules are the 49ers, the Saints, the Patriots, the Titans, and the Packers. They'll have the 5 easiest schedules. Mark, y'all pretty much in that second tier, 46, the second tier. Nick, y'all in that top tier in that first half as well of teams with difficult schedules. Y'all think same thing with us. Both our team schedules.
Our entire division got a tough schedule.
500. Pretty much we're 500 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Nick.
Yeah.
You said how we have one of the easiest schedules because we play the Dolphins twice, we play the Jets twice, we play the Patriots twice, and then we'll play. Right now, they have a schedule to only lose 1 to 2 games all year long.
All right. Here's the Thanksgiving Day schedule.
I don't believe that at all, but yeah.
Here's Thanksgiving. Packers, Lions, and then of course on Fox, Chiefs, Cowboys on CBS, and then in the night game, Bengals, Ravens.
That's gonna be a good game.
By the way, this is Patrick Mahomes' first time playing in the Cowboy Stadium.
Oh, he gonna have a field day.
All right, and now we get to Thursday night, and then we can.
We did Thursday night.
No, we did Sunday night. Waiting all day for Sunday.
Mhm.
Waiting all day for night. These are the games that's gonna be on Prime Video. Here we go. Which proves my Broncos playing on Christmas night. But here we go. We got Commanders, Packers. Mark your Bills play the Dolphins week 3 on Thursday night. How about the day before my birthday? We got the Seahawks and the Cardinals. We got 49ers, Rams, Eagles, Giants, Steelers, Bengals, and a lot of divisional games. Vikings, Chargers, Dolphins, Ravens. Nick, we play on Thursday night. Raiders, Broncos, week 10. We got Patriots. Mark your Bills. Got another Thursday nighter against the Texans. Cowboys.
That's crazy.
Cowboys, Lions. Falcons, Buccaneers. The Rams got another Thursday nighter against the Seahawks. And then Christmas night, we get our second Thursday nighter when we play the Chiefs. Obviously, both our games are games, so that's where my focus is. But I look at pretty much obviously y'all. I mean, obviously, maybe I guess that the Cowboys Lions game, depending on how good the Cowboys are, looks decent, might be. And then obviously Bills Texans, Josh Allen versus CJ, I think is an intriguing match. Will be an intriguing quarterback duel. That's week 12.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But that's make sure you go to NFL.com, check out your schedule. Go to ESPN, check out your schedule.
Should we play Tampa Bay at their house?
Plan ahead. Our boy Brave Raiders in the building. Got a comment we'll read in a second. But yeah, that's how the NFL schedule talk. Meanwhile, the WNBA season has officially tipped off tonight.
You said tipped off tonight?
Tipped off, relax.
Oh.
And the odds are out for who's going to be the next who's going to be the favorite to be WNBA champs. And it's the reigning champion, the New York Liberty, at plus 225. Then you got the Aces, the Fever, the Minnesota Lynx, and then the Phoenix Mercury. By the way, congratulations, the Fisa Collier just signed with Jordan Brand this morning. Our boy Brave Raider says, you think the Raiders have enough talent to get 8 to 9 games? I think the offense has a chance to sneak up on the league. And that's to you, one Nick Freeze.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna be in the middle of the pack, type of team next year. That'll be the first step towards building upon something. That's what I think that they're doing this year. They didn't really take no risks as far as free agency. They didn't take no big risk as far as even draft. All of them are pretty much high value picks. You know, we probably got a couple of sleepers. I think that Beck, the receiver from TCU, I think he's going to be a very good player for us. You know, I think he can have if he has a big impact in year one, mixed in with what Jacoby Myers can do and Brock Bowers. And if we can run the ball, then I think that's where everything's going to start getting crazy. If we can do all that on a consistent basis and the defense gets better, which I think it will, because Malcolm Coates would be healthy this year, and he re-signed. And he said that he didn't want to go nowhere else. He turned down offers. He wanted to re-sign with the Raiders. So I think that about 8 or 9 games, I'm cool with that.
Excellent. We'll see, because obviously it's gonna be a NASCAR to see who's going to be competing in our division between us, the Chargers, y'all, and the Chiefs. But maybe this will be the year someone knocks off the Chiefs, but we'll see. The odds for WNBA MVP are out now. We got Caitlin Clark, favorite to win MVP right now, plus 200. The reigning MVP, Asia Wilson, is at plus 230. The Fisa Collier, last year's Defensive Player of the Year, she's at plus 300. You got some long shots at Breonna Stewart plus 14.
You said they take long shots?
Relax. Serena Ionescu plus 2,000. Satu
Adrian Wilson do.
Sabali at plus 24. Alyssa Thomas plus 4,500.
The FIFA does too.
Kelsey Plum is plus 7,500. Angel Reese
And
plus
Angel Reese.
8,000. That's just you betting on a long shot.
She can talk.
Yo, you good?
Who Nick?
She probably crazy in the water.
Did Nick say she's a Heisman?
Yo, she said she's a Heisman in the water. That's wild. She be hitting dudes with the stiffy. I mean, all
right, I'm out of here. I can get myself off the screen. You know what?
Yeah. Hey, look, John. John wants somebody to say a joke about the trial, but he gonna want to say some bullshit like that and be like, "Don't say nothing."
Anyway,
I was about to say a joke.
All right. So, but tomorrow we got a doubleheader. So you got the rematch. You got the rematch of the WNBA finals between the Aces and the Liberty, and then you got the Sky and the Fever. So we get Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese on opening day. I mean, actually open nights tonight, but in the first national doubleheader tomorrow. What do we expect from Caitlin Clark in year 2?
I think you'll see her being a little bit more comfortable out there. We started playing a little bit more comfortably towards the end of last year too. I think you're gonna see it. I think she probably got a little bit stronger to take all the bumps and stuff. I think she's gonna have a really good year. I'm not bad at her being top 2, top 3 for MVP prediction. You know what I'm saying?
She's number 1.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you not everybody gonna have her 1. If you have a 2 or 3, I'm not mad at that.
I'm not either.
Yeah, me neither.
What you think, Nick? What you think year 2 for Caitlin Clark?
Shit, I think she'll have a big jump this year, even for team success. They brought her in some weapons up over there. She needed some help. They brought in defenders. You know, they did what organization's supposed to do when you have a talent and, you know, you want to make their life as easy as possible. So that's what good organizations do. You know, you build around your stars' strengths and you build up on their weaknesses. And I think they did that. I think they did. I think they've done enough to, at the very least, get to the second round.
They had a really good offseason. I was listening to talk about it. They had a really good offseason. So now, can they build off the momentum from last year? And obviously, Caitlin Clark's the golden goose. The WNBA All-Star game this year is in Indiana. So get your popcorn ready. But yeah, I think it's gonna be.
Wait, who is this? Danny Serafini?
Who's that? He used to play in Angels. His biggest father-in-law or something.
Yeah, Cuban Murdo's father-in-law. Somebody slept with the nanny. I don't know if he slept with the nanny or the father-in-law slept with the nanny or the father-in-law slept with him. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, no, I'll show you the story of the former pitcher of Danny Serafini being accused of murder.
This is a sick nigga right here.
What about Paige? Yeah, this dude's something wrong with the dude. What about Paige? A rookie year?
I think she'll have a solid rookie year. I can see her averaging solid like 15. Her that second year will go crazy, man.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I think she's gonna have a good year. Good.
And she went to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Check this out. Both the men's and women had the number 1 pick. Oh, it's a conspiracy.
Yep, that was crazy. Yeah.
She put 10-7 today.
Yeah, they played Minnesota. They're back. Obviously, she's from the Minnesota area, so she got to play her first game in her hometown. So in her home state. So shout out to Paige.
Shout out to Paige. Her coming back from that torn ACL.
All right, gentlemen. Time for the final segment of the day. So the segment that's often imitated is never duplicated.
Sometimes replicated.
Sometimes people say stuff in the road and need to be called out for it, and this is the place we do it.
Did I have anybody today?
I only have one group of people. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for calling out names.
Sam, I'm looking forward to the upcoming NFL season. And definitely college football. Watch out for all the it's another college prospect y'all watch out for. RB1 at UCLA, you heard?
Yeah, shout out to him. He's on He'll be running over somebody's linebacker in the NFL real soon. But my call down names is for the NBA media. I heard Jay Williams say it today. I was listening to Mason Ireland. They was talking about it today. I'm gonna say this one time, and I'll pause the music. Please stop this suggestion that we should vote on MVP until after the finals.
No.
Why?
Oh, well, they haven't announced the MVP yet because maybe they want to see who wins out of Shea and Jokic, and they should just wait to the end of the season and just have one MVP. No, it's a regular season award, you idiots.
Oh, they want to put both the finals and the regular season MVP together?
Yes.
That's stupid. Go ahead.
Jay Williams said it. Mason, I'm tired of people saying this crap. Stop devaluing the regular season, please.
Yeah, because then see, y'all can't devalue the regular season and then get mad when people start taking days off.
Right.
Yep.
You can't have
it both ways.
No. Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Chill out, fam.
Yo, you all right?
This is crazy.
I hate Nick.
Just like crime fighters, man.
I wasn't even talking about that, Bruce. That's
wait. I know damn what this nigga did.
He did that. That was him. Wait, is she pregnant also?
Oh, so the story is that Rudy Gobert could enter the house and start the playoffs. Yeah, she is pregnant too.
Oh,
he broke up with his girlfriend.
I was talking about Bruce.
No. Yo, you good?
Defensive player of the year.
Oh, so he blocked her too, huh?
Hey man. We can't put him on call no names, man. He locked in and she locked out. What's wrong with that?
I guess he blocked
Hold on a second. Hold on. John, what the hell did you just say?
I guess he blocked her.
Nah. Yeah, okay.
John crazy. John said Batman had it both ways. Wow. I've never thought about. Hey, remember that show when he said
no.
Wait, no, we're not doing that.
Hey, remember that when he said Robin was in Batman Forever?
It was the name of the movie.
Yeah, I bet.
What does he mean by that? That's crazy.
Hey, double entendre. Don't even ask him how.
Y'all some sick freaks, dude. Y'all
some sick freaks, man. You good for now?
John, you good?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. He said he got
really
good on calling out names for K. Man. All right.
But yeah.
But
please stop devaluing the regular season, ladies and gentlemen.
I think my mindset is warped.
Y'all gotta stop devaluing the regular season. That's all I'm gonna say. Please. The regular season MVP is Shea Gilgeous Alexander. It's not Nikola Jokic. So let's not give Nikola Jokic the MVP just because he knocked SG out in 7 games. We've had many instances where the regular season MVP did not win the championship. You know why? Because it's happened the last 10 years. We have not had an MVP win a title in the same season since Steph in 2015. And we've only had one, and most of the instances, we've had them not make it to the conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
So cut the crap. Mark, Nick, y'all got my final names? That's all I had. Stupid media.
Do I have anybody? I don't know if I have anybody on calling no names. I don't know if Rudy should be on calling no names for
blocking his baby mama
for kicking out a girl.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Is she breaking?
Come
on, what?
Nope.
I'm having this.
He was locked in.
I'm having this conversation off air because my
train of thought.
My train of thought is all fucked up. If that's wrong,
I need to hear the story. I don't know. Everybody's talking about the whole Nikki Bella situation.
Who is Nikki Bella?
So from the wrestler, she got to pay her ex-husband $200,000 in overall lump sum and $3,500 in child support.
Oh, get your money, King.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
got Mark on calling all names.
You got
I got Mark on calling all names.
You got me? What I did?
You said Boston did how many?
What I did? This is crazy.
You said Boston and how many?
I said Boston in 6. I said Boston in 6.
In a few games you understood.
Yeah, that was my bad. That was wrong as shit.
And
They still
look, and I don't want to hear nobody say something about they only won because Tatum got hurt. I don't want to hear that shit either.
Nah, I'm not gonna say that.
I've seen people say that online.
They did that shit.
People say that online.
Yeah, they did that shit. That's they series, man.
Hell yeah.
Does she even have that kind of money? I don't like her, but that's some bullshit. Why is it bullshit when the women have?
That probably might be revisited on Sports4U Wrestling. Just letting y'all know that on Wednesday.
And it might be. Send me that message. That might be on No Rules Wednesday.
I got you. All right. But yeah, well, that's it. Mark, Nick, you anybody calling our names? Or you done?
He said you had me on calling our names.
Yeah, outside is Mark.
Yep. Anybody on there? I don't think anybody else besides that.
All right. That's what's like Mark. All right. So so that's calling our names. All right. So
we can have a discussion about that.
Final words before we get out of here. Yo, you good?
Yeah.
When Sunday Game 7, who we got? I got OKC. Mark.
OKC.
Nick.
OKC.
So OKC and the Timberwolves it is. By the way, that series will start Tuesday. So when we're on the air Tuesday, we will be live during Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. By the way, Bray Raider said, Mark, the Braves are finally over 500 with Acuna and Strider returning.
Hey, I seen Acuna in his first game back in the minors. He had a home run, Acuna.
Oh.
I don't know who the heck they talking to. They talking to yourself. Anyway, make sure you subscribe to Sports4U Podcast on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, X, Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at Sports4U Podcast. Follow me at John Watson 0984 on X and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram at Hi Mark 1 on X. Follow Nick on X, Instagram, and TikTok at 99Gorilla. Follow me on TikTok also at John Watson 0984 on TikTok.
Nick and Mark equal to each other.
Oh,
wait, what?
Lakers in 14. Lakers in 14 is crazy.
Yeah, 14 years probably. By the way, did y'all see that the Lakers posted a personal trainer on teamwork.com?
Yep, for 250 to 300,000.
And you have to be able, and one of the objectives is to motivate players.
That's crazy. They pay them so them niggas run trains on. Trainer.
What? All right, we gonna get up out of here. This has been Sports4U. I'm John. That's Mark. That's Nick.